What's up, everybody? Here it is, the Metabo HPT 10K Lumen Jobsite Light and the Bosch 10K Lumen Jobsite Light. And today, we're going to pit these two against each other to see which one is worth having. Let's get into it. So first off, let me just kind of use my hand here so you can gauge how large these things are. They're not little. They're also not light. The Metabo HPT is heavier than the Bosch by like maybe a pound. This feels like it might be like 8 pounds, and this feels like it might be 7. That's a heavy little light though. The Bosch obviously has more ways to handle it with 3 handles, and then you have your little kickstand back here, which could be mounted to a tripod, but we'll make our way to the back in a bit. One thing that's quite interesting on the Bosch is just this single LED here, but it is ginormous, right? And then, of course, the Metabo HPT, we have this larger panel of smaller LEDs. Just a bunch of little of those. Now, I'm expecting the Metabo HPT to refract better, and there will be no hot spots due to all the LEDs. Kind of feeling like that might have a hot spot, but we shall see. I'm not thinking that will be the case because this is German tooling, but hey, you never know. Turning them to the side. There's nothing fancy, but you can see that the Bosch takes up a little more room when it's turned to the side. It's obviously deeper than the Metabo HPT. You know, this panel is actually quite impressive at being so and this is nice and jaggedy and funky there. So that is interesting. Now turn them around to the back. We have some different things going on here. We have these fins on the Bosch for cooling. This is where the battery will go down here, and you also, if you wanted to install the little Bluetooth dongle down in there, it's like a little button battery. You put it in there, and then you'll have Bluetooth. You connect it to your phone. That is sold separately. It's usually about $18 on Amazon. And here you have your power button, and then your different brightnesses, and then your battery gauge there. All right, so over here on the Metabo HPT, we have a couple things going on. There's nothing over here. We have this battery compartment, which is interesting because it offers a little bit of dust proofing and waterproofing. There's a small gasket going around there, and this completely seals up. In terms of what we have going on over here on the left-hand side, we have a USB port to charge your devices. You have this power button here. You hold that in, and it turns on, and then you have this dial to control its brightness. There's 15 settings here of brightness as opposed to 3. The 3 settings here on the Bosch. And then here we have your AC adapter port, which there you go. There is also has some level of water proofing and or water resistance rather, and dust proofing or dust resistance. Pop that back on. And now let's get into the kickstands. So I feel like the best way to kind of go through the kickstands is to kind of hold them to the side first, and maybe let's lay them down. First, I want to show you guys this. The different positions. So the Bosch is better, in my opinion, because of this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to use my foot. Yeah. You see that? It can go almost in any position because it's just completely smooth there. I'll put my foot right there. You see that? And the Metabo HPT, I don't know, hopefully I don't have to use my foot, just has various positions. It's quite a few of them, but you know, it's going to lock into place. Obviously, the fact that I can do this with one hand is saying something. All right, now they both can go upside down, obviously. It's difficult doing this stuff with one hand. There we go. So can the Bosch. Is this upside down? Well, the Bosch doesn't even need its kickstand, does it? But there we go. Go upside down. There you go. Go straight up. The Metabo HPT. I was going to say the Metabo HPT can't do that, but I guess it can. Then flips back around. There you go. That butt kind of gets in the way, but again, it does offer the extra protection that this Bosch does not. And so far, the Bosch is currently for $252. You do not get a USB port to charge your devices, and you do not have an AC adapter, which this also comes with the AC adapter. Let me get it. So here is the power cord. I said AC adapter, but power cord, and it's pretty long too. Now, last thing I want to get into is mounting it to the tripod. They both come with this same adapter. Screws in here, as you can see, very easily, nice and smooth, and it can go screwing on both sides too if you needed it to. All right. Very easy. Now, this is the one that came with the Metabo HPT. You'll see, I mean, it's easy on the Bosch too, but not as. It's still very easy. See? And this also can go in on the other side here, like so. Now, obviously, this is not going to go on your traditional tripod that you would mount your cell phone to or something like that, or cameras. You need a heavy duty laser level type of tripod, which I'll link to some. You can find some really good ones. Bosch has a good one. DeWalt has a good one. They're on Amazon right now for about $65. Now let's go to the fun part, and we will start testing these things. Before we start testing them though, I'm going to use this 4 amp hour battery fresh off the charger. I have a Metabo HPT 5 amp hour battery, because you know they do the 2.5, and then they have the 5 amp hour, and then 2.5, and then they have the 4 amp hour 36 volts. So I'm going to use one of those, the 2.5 one, which will be 5 on this because it's an 18 volt tool. We're now going to test how long they'll run. The Metabo HPT advertised that it'll run a little bit longer than the Bosch. But what I want to talk about, what we're going to look at is, again, the spread and the color. And as a control, we're going to use a Milwaukee rocket light to control and see which one of these is closest to looking like the sun, or do they just have that hyper white, bright light? Let's go ahead and get into it. Very smooth. Just in time. This literally, as soon as I stepped in, the fan turned off. Leg out. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to aim at this wall. We're going to light up this room. Gets pretty dark, obviously. And again, we're going to use this Milwaukee rocket light as a control. We're going to line these bad boys up. We're going to actually put them in the same spot and then record right on this line right here. Then record what it looks like. And we're going to have them both completely upright on the first run. Then we'll tilt it back and we'll see how it looks. My thing is, I want to see if we were to get one of those $60 tripods that the Bosch actually extends up to 63 inches and the DeWalt extends up to 60 inches. I want to know, do we even need this? These are heavy as crap. That's why you need one of those heavy duty tripods, but do we even need that? I think these won't go as high because they'll probably be heavy. I think they'd fall or something on that tripod, but I guess I need to get one of those and see. But These are, you know, this is $229 as it is. Now, we can hack it right now and get it for $100 even. And obviously, that's a good deal. But, I mean, this is 2,000 lumens, so 2,400, 2,500. And these, again, 10,000. So, let's get on with the show. So, up first, we have the Metabo HPT. See, the battery was fully charged. We want to turn it all the way down. That's the lowest setting. And there are no hot spots. Nice bright light. We're going to go crank it up as high as it goes. Okay. Bosch is up next. Here is the Bosch. Okay. And this was actually hard to do with one hand. I had to. That's medium. And that's bright. I mean, while I'm filming, I can't really tell which is brighter, but it kind of looks like the Bosch is. Now, this is one thing I didn't do. I just noticed it with the Bosch, though, that curve on the ceiling. I'm about to go back to the Metabo HPT to check that out. But what we're going to do real quick is we're going to cut and go to the Milwaukee to test for the color. Now, that's the Milwaukee. That's actually the brightest setting. It's totally 2,500. Let me pull it back to be fair. So this is more fair with the Milwaukee because it's on the floor now. And I tilted it up and look, man, that thing refracts so well. No hot spots whatsoever. But you see that color? Hopefully you can see the color difference. Now let's go back to the Metabo HPT to see if it left that thing on the ceiling like the Bosch did. All right, this is Metabo HPT again on its brightest setting, and nope, it refracts great. I knew I didn't notice it. It just felt like it was even light all throughout the room. I could pretty much stop it here and tell you that this is superior to this, and it's cheaper. I mean, who wants that weird circle? You know what I'm saying? And then you also get multiple dimmable settings here. You see that? It's getting dimmer. I like the knob action. There you go. Yeah, I enjoy that. I really do. Now let's test for color. All right, so I tested it off camera because it was hard to do while I was, looking at the camera and all that. But neither one of these is offering that warm sunlight that Milwaukee does. I have to look at the actual Kelvin that's doing. But it is beautiful. Now, the Metabo HPT and the Bosch are very similar in color. I would say that the Metabo is a smidgen, it's noticeably warmer. Again, I don't like how that thing circles, has that hot spot, and it's lacking the USB, it's lacking the power cord. Yeah, I can't go with the Bosch. Metabo HPT is what you want if this is what we're going for. Now, again, I want to test. Obviously, it is much brighter than the Milwaukee. It's almost comical how much brighter these little things are than this for the money. It really is comical. It's like, why would you do that? I guess it's for the tripod feature. And now I want to get a tripod to see if I can lift the thing up and, adjust it like that. Jeez. And now I'm also tempted with that Ego. What kind of color is that Ego? Because the Ego had panels and all of that. But honestly, if we put this on a tripod and compared it to that, it would be more apples to apples because this one doesn't have panels like its 6,000 lumen brethren that I also have, but not here, unfortunately. So anyway, as far as 10K lights go, so far Metabo HPT would get my money. I did also get the Metabo HPT 2000 lumen, which I will compare to this Milwaukee. I'm pretty positive the color is going to be different, and I will probably say the Milwaukee will be better. But again, with the right tripod and all that, maybe for $90, if you already had the tripod, that Metabo HPT might be the go-to because you can also hang it from the ceiling and do all that other good stuff. Both of these are going back to the store, though, because I don't need no 10K light. And I'm at $200-something. I'm not doing that. But anyway, hope this is helpful. See you guys next time.